Welcome back to IT Friday. We're Tom and Steven, and today we're going to take one of our IT topics again on this table and talk about IT stuff.
IT platforms.
IT platforms
specific.
Today. Good, good. Why IT platforms?
Last week we looked at the hype cycle of Gartner, and what we saw is that IoT has subdivided now into IT platforms, connected homes, and several other IoT-related topics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And IT platforms is still far below the top of the hype of the hype cycle.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But it's very important for the success of IoT in general and within your company.
Okay.
So that's why we want to look at IT platforms.
Good, good. Well, let's start with asking you then the first question. What makes an IT platform a platform?
Yes, that's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
But let me get back just to one more thing. Why do we discuss this now?
Good point. Yeah, we're discussing this now because if you look at all the IT platforms out there, you can Google, you can look up the IT platforms. There may be 400 platforms out there. Of those 400, I think maybe 100 can be taken really seriously.
Yes.
But if you are making a choice on what platform to adopt or to start working with, how do you make a choice between those 100 platforms? And I think from those 100 you can probably make a top 10. And then still it's the question on choosing one of those top 10 IT platforms out there. And that's difficult, right?
Okay, so how do you make this choice? There are 400 platforms.
Mm-hmm.
They're different kind of platforms.
Sure.
What is important to make your choice on, and how do you choose?
Well, I think that how to make a choice, that there are three ways of choosing or building your top 10, so to say, or your top 3, what you want. Of course, you can start vanilla without anything. You have no solution that is IT related, and you want to build an IT solution as a company or
on top of a platform or several platforms.
Exactly. So you have to think about all the elements that make up the IT solution eventually. And we use connect, talk, think, and act as 4 layers or 4 elements that make up the solution. And you can choose based on those elements the best IT platform that suits your need, or maybe even 4 platforms that together build the solution. So that's one way. The second one is to look at maybe you have a very mature cloud solution or a very mature device part, or at least a part of your IT solution is mature already, and you want to build on that one. So then the choice is probably made on connecting, interfacing with the stuff that you already have, which is mature. So that's the second one. And the third one is look at what is the use that you want to start IT working with, and that can be looking at a brief proof of concept, only experimenting with Internet of Things, small numbers, only showing what's possible, versus
so getting an idea of how IoT works, what it does. Is it giving the data or the insights that we need as a company?
Only as a proof of concept, and as opposed to building a very mature solution with maybe 100,000 devices,
which takes you several months to implement and fully integrate.
But you also have to ramp up with production. You have to have a secure solution. You have to think of all those things if you're building a very mature IT solution. So these 3 elements.
Choices to base your decision on what platform you're going to use.
Exactly. Okay. So maybe good now to get back to the question that I asked you
what
earlier.
makes a platform a platform?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there are platforms on different ways. You've got full stack, so from devices, connectivity, integration, data storage, and then on top of that is of course analytics and visualization and more integration into your own application landscape.
Okay, good.
So that's full stack, and that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There are several companies who have those kind of platforms.
Right.
Just to name one is Oracle. They have quite a full stack.
Yeah.
But you also have specific problem-solving platforms, such as only connectivity.
Okay, so it's only one of the elements of the Connect, Talk, Think, Act elements that make up a full IT solution.
Yeah, so you might already have an analytics platform and you already have your devices, but you need a secure, scalable way to connect your devices to your own platform. And then a connectivity platform is the thing you need to integrate those two.
So then it's only about connectivity, but it could also be cloud solution, or it could also be the thing, the device part itself.
Yes. So on actually the 4 layers from the CTTA model, you have platforms on all of those layers.
Okay, good.
But also full stack.
Okay.
So another one would be an analytics platform.
To build on. So that's only it can be seen as a platform, but still it's only for the analytics part.
It's only for the analytics. And actually, a lot of those platforms might already be existing platforms. So that's an analytics platform that has existed for several years, but is now better in integrating IoT data, devices, and to combine that with currently existing company data.
Okay.
And of course, it's very important to look at how you integrate those platforms with your team and your development, which helps if you want to work in a DevOps way for development.
So it has to. So a platform is also a platform because it can be integrated in a DevOps way of working.
And eventually give some insight to your customers maybe, and then get information back that you can use.
I can see that as well. Okay. And if you look at DevOps, that's one way of looking at platforms, but maybe you can also say that a part of the platform, or what makes a platform is that it can do only the run part of a solution.
Yes.
So that should also is also one of the axes that we can look at.
So their scalability, reliability, security are the main topics to make sure that you have a platform that runs somewhere. That you don't have to address every day to make sure it keeps running. But it helps you to, for instance, do continuous integration in a better way.
Okay, cool.
So still platforms are quite broad, and you have to look in what is the thing you need. And maybe that's just to get an intake of data from your devices, and you already have a good analytics platform. And then you don't have to look at the full stack, but maybe just a small part
of it. Okay.
And that, of course, then you get back to the 3 choices that you have to look in how to decide on your platform.
Good.
So what's the takeaway on this then?
Takeaway on this topic typically is, I think that we've just nicely touched on what makes an IT platform a platform. But the key takeaway here is making a choice. How to make the choice on the platform, the top 3 platform that is for you there. And we've seen 3 elements there that make the choice, namely numbers, industrial solution versus proof of concept.
Going full stack. A platform for a specific thing.
Specific layer, or only look at the data and insight that you have, and how does it support your existing processes, and it can be related to DevOps, but it can also be related to other processes that you have that you want to optimize there.
And then we have CTTA. We mentioned it twice. I think for some people it might not be clear what that is. Shall we take a look at that next time?
Definitely. A good point. I think CTTA, Connect, Talk, Think, Act can be one of the topic suggestions. But we'd like to hear from you. What other topics you want to hear about? Maybe think about security. Maybe think about other specific elements of Connect, Talk, Think, Act, connectivity we can talk about. Please let us know.
Certainly a thing we have to discuss. Your presentation on zombie IoT is something you might already be able to see. This is a live video.
But it's in Dutch.
It's in Dutch.
So we have to talk about it one of the other times. Please let us know what you want to have us talk about, and we'll see you next time in the next IoT Friday.
Thank you.